Hi there, this is Argonoid. This is going to be probably a fairly short video to look at a fairly obscure Llamasoft game called 5 a Day. Some of you may have seen that I previously played in the last year 3 Llamasoft games on my channel, those being Space Giraffe and Polybius and Aka R, the latest game. And in the Space Giraffe video, I talked about some of their previous, their older games, and I think I mentioned the mobile games. This was like a period of time where there was a feeling that everything was going to be going mobile in terms of the games industry, and obviously it didn't really work out that way, and probably for the best. But they did experiment with doing some mobile games, and out of those games, I think there were maybe 3, 4, 5 of those. There was Grid Runner, there was Minotaur Rescue was the first one. There was Goat Up, a platform game, and there was also Super Ox Wars, a vertically scrolling shooter. But out of all those games, I feel this was the one that worked best, especially due to the way that it kind of worked well in terms of the touch controls. Although I feel their games did work better than a lot of mobile games in terms of touch controls, at least in terms of ones that try to emulate traditional games like shooters and so on, which generally don't tend to work that well on phones. So I'm going to just play this for a bit and kind of show what I like about it. The name of this game, 5 a Day, Jeff Minter, who's one of the guys behind Llamasoft, said that he called it that because he thought maybe some people would mistake it for some kind of health app and download it and then find out what it was actually and maybe play it anyway, which I find quite funny. The icon that you can't see here for this game is a kind of funny face consisting of 2 apples and a banana, so it's quite an amusing icon. And you see here on the high score chart it says healthy scores, I think it said. Okay, so let's get started. I'm playing this on the I think it's called the Windows subsystem for Android, which lets you run Android apps on Windows 11, which seems to work fairly well. So let's go. So the controls are rotational. I'm just using my mouse to emulate the finger on the touch screen, and I'm trying to hit these. Some people might recognise these are the bees. These bees being the busy cursor on the Atari ST computer, which is where Jeff Minter did a lot of his early games, like Llamatron and Revenge of the Mutant Camels. So this was the cursor that appeared. It's like the kind of hourglass cursor when stuff's loading. And you notice I'm shooting these bees, and some of them carry bananas behind them, and getting the fruit is key to this game. Now I just killed a boss, and there's 2 ways you can kill the boss. One is by shooting it, but that's kind of awkward because you risk crashing into it. The other is getting a long tail of fruit and then hitting the boss with the fruit by going near it and then flying away so it goes through the trail of fruit. So that's the preferred tactic. And I do like the kind of the weird ambience of this game, the kind of weird, backgrounds, sounds and so on. Now you lose health when you get hit, but you regain health from picking up the fruit, and you also notice that your shots become more rapid. You get rapid fire when you pick up the fruit. The Minotaur gives you a kind of smart bomb that shoots in all directions. Oh, there's the boss. So if you hit it with your tail of fruit and it's fairly long, then you'll do pretty well, at least in the early stages. We have here a reference to the old Ferrero Rocher advert that viewers in the UK may be familiar with from the 80s and 90s. So you notice we're getting a different fruit each day. Also hang on, I'm wrong. This is different times of day. That's how the kind of level structure of this game works. There's 5 levels, which are 5 different times of day. and you're trying to collect a different piece of fruit for each time of day. That was an easy boss, I didn't even see it on screen. I think it just spawned near my tail. And I do enjoy these very strange messages at the end of each level. One day our cars will be powered by processing hyper apples. Which, you know, it could happen. So here we're at curry time. I take that to be the evening, I assume. So it's fairly easy at the moment, but obviously the game does get a lot harder. I think I maybe got to the 4th day on the phone version. Oh. It can go wrong quite quickly sometimes. There's the boss instead. Sheep enumeration time. So this is bedtime, counting sheep time, basically, in non-programmer speak. I'm taking quite a few hits here. Oh, there's the boss. Oh, I'm dead. I lost a life. Okay, that's not good. I want to get my fruit back very quickly, because if I don't, it's going to be very hard to kill this boss. So I finished a day with 5 different fruits. So that's a success. Do I get extra life? Yes, I do. It is now Hooves Day instead of main day, obviously. bad start to the level. I do sometimes lose my mouse control and just have to re-click on it. As far as I'm aware, there aren't any other videos of this on YouTube besides someone filming screens, so I think it's quite nice to get this on here for posterity. We can see some of these facts are kind of randomised. It says here, Stone Age man used carrots as a form of currency. I think in the last level it was tomatoes. There is a particular one of these facts that I particularly love. Let's see if that comes up. We're seeing quite a few enemies that take more than one hit. So I lost a life. So I lost some of my fruit there, which is bad. Makes it harder to kill the boss, which is now here. And this is actually bad. I actually have to shoot it. Christmas, everybody I knew gave me huge grapes. Obviously, again, this is randomised to the actual fruit of the current hour. So we're on to day 3, which is Thursday. Clicked away from the game window there. I think the jellyfish can't be shot. I think it just blows up, so you've got to be away from it. So if you haven't noticed already, I have a health bar at the top of the screen that also shows my lives. So picking up the fruit will help replenish that. Lost a life. I was trying to get one of the Minotaurs that would have saved me there, but they were shooting at me as well. So I've got to World 4, Day 4, without gaining any lives overall. I feel like I've lost a life on every day, but then gained it back. So I should be back to 2 now. And one thing this game does that most Llamasoft games do, at least, or recent ones, is that you can reach a certain level and then continue from that level if you die with the number of lives you had. So I think this is as far as I got this day, day 4. I don't know how many days there are, but it gets a lot harder. These are the classic UK weather forecast signs from back in the day. Oh wait, that's the boss. The background. We see this as Fluttershy Day, which I think is the name of one of Jeff and Giles' sheep. If you've not seen my other videos about them, the Space of a Giraffe video, they live on a farm in Wales with a load of sheep. And they also do a video every day of feeding the sheep. Boss. Definitely having more health now. I'm not sure what all the sound effects mean. It's common in Llamasoft games for the sound effects to give sometimes slightly obscure audio cues to certain things that are going on. Some of them are fairly obvious, like the thank you when you kill the thing that's carrying a Minotaur. But there are other things like the crow sound. I assume it means something, but I'm not sure what. It could be a background, ambient sound, but it probably is something that's happening.
Ego ti absolvo a peccare in nomine Patris,
So I'm getting close to the furthest I've been in this.
ego ti absolvo a peccare in nomine Patris, Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Oh, this is... Well, what the... This is a tough boss. And I've barely got any fruit. I was very close to killing it there. So I'm through, but I have no fruits, I think. I didn't get 5 a day, no extra life. Fruitless. think maybe I have got here. I recognise that moon. Was that there before? I don't know. Yeah, I have got here. But having no lives, I'm not going to last long. Wow, I'm dead already. So here I can choose which day I start on now. So I've got to day 5, dash day, but the trouble is if I do that I start with no extra lives. Or I could go to day 4 and start with 3 lives, but have to do all that again and try and survive without losing... well, I had 2 problems last time with the previous day. I lost the lives and then I didn't gain an extra life at the end because I ended with no fruit. I didn't get the 5 a day. You have to finish every day with fruit to get the extra life. Let's try day 5 one more time. I don't think I'm going to get very far, but let's give it a go. So quite a lot of Llamasoft games have this mechanic where getting stuff helps you get more stuff, if that kind of makes sense. Like when you pick up the fruit, you increase your fire rate temporarily, or sometimes maybe even permanently. I'm not entirely sure exactly how it works, but But I'm sure I've noticed sometimes that certain enemies, shooting them will also cause your fire rate to increase. It feels a bit like in, for example, Revenge of the Mutant Camels, where shooting lots... I'm dead. Shooting lots of enemies in quick succession raises the chance of getting more power-ups. So if you're just shooting enemies very intermittently and not, hitting them very much, you won't get any power-ups. You want to try and break through that initial barrier to get the power-ups, essentially. I'll try one more time, but I'm not going to persist at this too long. I'm almost dead. Here's a new fact. The first photograph ever taken was of hundreds of enormous mangoes. That's definitely true, don't look it up. So for those who aren't going to watch to the end, which is probably pretty soon, there is a new collection coming out soon. I'm not sure exactly when, but sometime this year, of Llamasoft games. I think some of their classic games. I think it's going to be called Jeff Minter the Llamasoft Collection or something like that. That's from, I think it's from Digital Eclipse publisher. I've just clicked on the pause somehow. What's the score? Oh, nearly dead now. Got some health back. One. Shit. Okay. So I was quite close to surviving there, but I got hit before I could pick up the fruit. So yeah, I'm going to finish that there for now. I believe this game isn't available on the Google Play Store anymore. These were only ever, I think, Android games. I don't think they were ever done on iOS. I think maybe they were. Perhaps they were, but they're not available now. If they were, I think there were incompatibilities in later versions of the mobile OSs that meant that these games no longer listed on the Play Store, at least. And if they're on the iPhone, they're not on there anymore either. I think I got the APK for this from the Llamasoft website, so I believe it is on there, or at least it was on there at some point. And you can play it, as you can see on here, on the Windows subsystem for Android, as well as probably other Android emulators on Windows and on other OSs. So if anyone plays this and gets further than me, then why is it not showing me in the high score list? Not sure why I'm not being shown there. But if anyone gets further than me, then please link the video, because I'd be interested to see what other levels there are in this. Maybe it goes on for 7 days and then it repeats. That would kind of make sense. But it'd be interesting to see what the other levels are. For myself, maybe at some point I'll play Space Draft on what's called Nux mode again. I played through previously the whole game on what's called Acid Mix mode to show off the original version of that game, but I might play on the mode with the toned down graphics that was released with the PC version to see what that's like, because I've not done that before. And also I'm doing some projects of my own which haven't been revealed yet. One of those will definitely be released this year, and the other one will at least be hopefully revealed this year, if not released. So please feel free to subscribe for those. I'm not, definitely a YouTuber or anything. I'm just doing some gaming videos on my channel because I enjoy it and I like those games and want to show them to a wider audience, because they're quite, well, in some cases fairly obscure games, or not, maybe not got the mainstream attention maybe they should have done, in my opinion. But yeah, when I reveal my projects for this year, there'll obviously be some stuff on this channel to show off those, so stick around for that. Okay, so thanks for watching, and if you play this, then have fun.